I pray you retire unharmed to Damascus. Reynald of Chatillon will be punished. I swear it.
Jerusalem, the world's holiest city, and its tumultuous history. Jerusalem is undoubtedly one of the most revered cities in the world, with a history stretching back nearly 5,000 years. It has been at the heart of three major religions, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, each laying claim to its sacred sites. This deep religious significance has also made Jerusalem one of the most contested and fought-over places in history. Over the centuries, empires, kingdoms, and religious movements have sought control of the city, leading it to change hands more than 40 times. The consequences of these struggles continue to shape Jerusalem well into the 21st century. But how did a small settlement near a water spring evolve into one of the most politically and religiously significant places on Earth? The origins of Jerusalem. The earliest history of Jerusalem dates back to around 3000 BC, when the first settlements were established near the Gihon Spring. This crucial water source allowed early inhabitants to cultivate the otherwise barren landscape. By 2000 BC, the city was just beyond the borders of the Middle Egyptian kingdom. The first recorded mention of Rusalimum appears in Egyptian documents from this period. At the time, the city was occupied by the Canaanites, who built a large stone wall to protect its valuable water source. By 1500 BC, Jerusalem had fallen under the rule of the Egyptian New Kingdom as a vassal state. However, as the Egyptian Empire began to decline during the late Bronze Age collapse of the 12th century BC, new independent kingdoms emerged across the region. One of these was the Kingdom of Israel, founded by the Israelites, an offshoot of the Canaanites. According to biblical tradition, King David captured Jerusalem around 1000 BC and made it the capital of Israel. Under his son, King Solomon, the first great temple, later known as the Temple of Solomon, was built, solidifying the city's status as the center of Jewish worship. Within a century, however, the Kingdom of Israel split in two. The northern region remained the Kingdom of Israel, while the southern portion became the Kingdom of Judah, with Jerusalem as its capital. Over the next 400 years, Jerusalem remained the spiritual heart of the Jewish faith, but frequently faced attacks from neighboring powers, particularly Egypt and Assyria. Conquests and transformations. In the 6th century BC, Jerusalem experienced one of its most defining moments. The Babylonian Empire, led by King Nebuchadnezzar II, besieged and captured the city in 597 BC. After a failed Jewish revolt, the Babylonians returned in 587 BC, destroying Solomon's temple and exiling much of the Jewish population to Babylon. Jerusalem remained under Babylonian control for 40 years until the Persian Empire, under Cyrus the Great, conquered the region. Cyrus allowed the Jewish exiles to return and rebuild their city and temple. However, Jerusalem's control remained in foreign hands. In 332 BC, Alexander the Great conquered the city as part of his vast campaign against the Persian Empire. After his death, Jerusalem changed hands several times, first falling under the rule of the Egyptian-based Ptolemies and later the Seleucid Empire. Under Greek influence, many Jews began adopting Hellenistic customs, leading to internal tensions. This cultural shift sparked the Maccabean Revolt in the 160s BC, a Jewish uprising that led to the city's brief independence under the Hasmonean Kingdom. However, this independence ended in 37 BC when Herod the Great captured Jerusalem and ruled as a client king under the Roman Republic. Within decades, the Romans fully absorbed Jerusalem into their growing empire, incorporating it into the province of Judea. Jerusalem under Christianity and Islam Jerusalem remained under Roman rule for centuries, witnessing one of the most pivotal moments in world history, the crucifixion of Jesus Christ. By the 4th century AD, Christianity had become the dominant religion of the Roman Empire, and Jerusalem was transformed into a Christian city. Emperor Constantine and his mother, Helena, ordered the construction of the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, one of Christianity's holiest sites. However, in the 7th century, Jerusalem saw another major shift when Muslim armies led by Caliph Umar captured the city from the Byzantines. The city became an important center for Islam with the construction of the Dome of the Rock and Al-Aqsa Mosque on the Temple Mount. Throughout the medieval period, Jerusalem remained at the center of religious conflicts, most notably the Crusades. In 1199, European crusaders captured the city and established the Kingdom of Jerusalem. Christian rule lasted less than a century before the Muslim general Saladin reclaimed the city in 1187. Despite multiple attempts by European powers to retake it, Jerusalem remained under Muslim control for the next several centuries. Ottoman rule and modern conflict. In 1516, the Ottoman Empire conquered Jerusalem, ushering in a period of relative stability. Under Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent, the city's walls were rebuilt and religious tolerance was largely maintained. However, by the 19th century, Jerusalem had become a neglected provincial town within the declining Ottoman Empire. As European powers sought greater influence in the region, Jewish immigration to Jerusalem increased, particularly from Eastern Europe. By the late 19th century, efforts to establish a Jewish homeland in Palestine gained momentum. Visionaries such as Moses Montefiore and Theodor Herzl advocated for the return of the Jewish people to their ancestral lands. During World War I, the British captured Jerusalem from the Ottomans in 1917. That same year, they issued the Balfour Declaration, pledging support for the establishment of a Jewish homeland in Palestine. However, this clashed with previous promises made to the Arab population, leading to decades of tensions. In 1947, the United Nations proposed a partition plan to create separate Jewish and Arab states, with Jerusalem designated as an international city. This decision sparked conflict between Jewish and Arab communities, ultimately leading to the Arab-Israeli War of 1948. Conclusion: from its humble origins as a small settlement near a spring to its status as one of the most contested cities in history, Jerusalem remains a focal point of religious and political significance. Today, it stands as a testament to the enduring struggles and aspirations of the countless peoples who have called it home. If I had to choose just one reason, I would say its religious significance. Jerusalem is not just a city, but a spiritual center for millions of people. However, this religious importance, combined with its strategic location and political struggles, has made it one of the most disputed and fought-over cities throughout history. How do you think the current situation of Jerusalem has changed compared to the past?